You're going to see my straight reaction right now.
The Miami Dolphins select Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle.
Kenneth Grant. Okay.
Stars of the national title team 2 years ago and All-American this year. Great size in the middle of that D-line, over 330 pounds, runs.
So, Kenneth Grant. Man. Yeah, Kenneth Grant is the pick for the Miami Dolphins. You'll hear the draft going on in the background. You're getting basically, exactly what we kind of all were wanting from this draft, which is, a big defensive tackle. He's like 300 pounds. I mean, he's like a Vince Wilfork, essentially. That's basically what you're getting. You're getting a Vince Wilfork type of player. Kind of clog the trenches. I like it. I like the pick. I think, he could turn into a really good player. I think what we're doing right now with him is you're getting a player that ground floor is already a starter, and I think it's a smart move by the Dolphins. You need a player that can come in and just start and not have any problems as a first-round pick, not getting like a crazy athlete. You're getting someone with a solid floor, and someone that could really turn into something. I like the pick. I'm kind of a little. If I could be real with you, I like Kenneth Grant. I think he's a very good player. I like Walter Nolan a little more. I think there could have maybe possibly been a trade down if we wanted to, but again, like I said, I like Kenneth Grant. I think he's going to be that type of person that has that solid floor. We'll pull up his stats right now. So yeah, he's 6'3", 339. He's huge. He's a big guy. He had 3 sacks. That's really not what you're getting him for. You're not getting him for the 3 sacks. I think, really, like I said, what the Dolphins are trying to do right now is they're trying to get someone that has a solid base so that there could be no possibility of a miss. Let's see what the Colts are picking right now. So you're getting someone that's going to come in and he's just going to take up room, do exactly what you're supposed to do. You don't need to shine. You don't need to be crazy. You can if that's the case, but you just need to get in the way so that Zach Sealer can eat. And that's basically what this guy's going to do. And now, honestly, with our defensive line, I know we don't have too many edge rushers, but I don't think we necessarily need a lot of edge rushers. I think you have you have Kenneth Grant, you got Zach Sealer, which we do a 3-4, so you're gonna have Kenneth Grant as a defensive tackle. You're gonna have Zach Sealer as the defensive end. You just need another person to fill that other defensive end spot, which I think will be good. Getting another free agent. And then you got basically your pass rushers on the outside of Chubb, Chop, and Phillips. So it's a solid pick, It's honestly like a can't miss pick, and that's what I'm kind of liking about it. It's a guy that, you're gonna get a dude that is gonna come in and do exactly what he needs to do. Exactly what he needs to do. He's gonna get you, maybe 1 or 2 sacks every season. Yeah, what's kind of crazy? What I think is very crazy, and I think it's a learning point when it comes to just what Chris Greer needs to do from here on out. You're basically getting another Christian Wilkins, honestly. Like, in reality, you're basically getting another Christian Wilkins, You could have paid for Christian Wilkins and you let him go. You suffered. And you're basically drafting another Christian Wilkins when you already had Christian Wilkins in the building. So maybe hopefully Chris Greer learns from this. Because again, like I said, you're basically drafting another Christian Wilkins. You're getting someone that is essentially exactly like him, and it's, when you think about stuff like this, it's a little, like, I like the pick, it's good. It's a little frustrating because you're essentially picking a player that you just let go, and this is the whole point. You spent all this money on all these different players, and I think we would have been in a better spot if you just paid the players that we had. Heck, going into the second round, we're probably going to draft a guard. And it's like, that's exactly what you did with Christian Wilkins and with Robert Hunt. If you just paid these guys, you could expand on the team. So I hope Chris Greer learns from this. Like I said, Kenneth Grant is a very great pick. I think it's an awesome pick. I'm very excited to see what he can do. But you're picking another Christian Wilkins when you had a Christian Wilkins that was willing to get paid basically 2 years in a row that you just didn't do it. You let him go, and now you're basically using another draft pick to get the same player. Sucks, but let's see if he learns from stuff like this. Hit that like and subscribe. Let me know if you guys wanted me to do more live streams. Tried this one. There wasn't too many people in the live stream. I'll keep doing them because I feel like it's a way for me to get closer to you guys. But, that sounded weird, but it's a way for me to connect with you guys better. So I'll keep doing them. But, yeah, I exited that one because it just wasn't really anybody in that chat. But let me know if you'd like me to do it again. I'm going to keep trying to do them every once in a while. And let me know down in the comments what you think about this pick. As always, fins up, baby. Love you all. Peace.